Let's face it, good things come to an end, and GTA Online may be facing that once GTA 6 releases. Let me explain. So it's been over a decade since GTA 5 has released, and 1 month later from release, GTA Online was introduced. GTA Online was the most fascinating thing that was introduced to the GTA franchise because of the fact that it brought so much new features with it. Bigger lobbies, player customizations, homes to own. All of these things were things that we wanted to do with our friends online, and we got it. And as time passed, more and more updates kept being added, to which people started to question, well, what about the DLC of the main storyline? You can say this is also where the downfall of GTA 5 started, because people started to realize that, well, things aren't changing and GTA Online is starting to get repetitive at this point. Most people, including myself, stopped playing GTA Online religiously in 2015, and it is 2024, ladies and gentlemen. We are still receiving content on this game. So why is this important? How does this tie into the next GTA 6 title? Well, let me introduce to you the fear behind GTA 6 Online. We gotta ask ourselves, what is going to happen to the old GTA Online server? Will the server get shut down? Will we get a new separate one? Or will it all combine into one big online expansion? And the response to each of these questions has its own problems. Let's just say they decide to make a new one and they call it GTA Online 2.0. Now, if you guys aren't Call of Duty fans, let me explain to you the story behind that and why it is a fail. When Warzone first released, it was a huge hit. It was a new battle royale to Call of Duty that we have never experienced before, and a lot of people fell in love. Say what you want about it, and the fact that the pandemic can have a heavily influence on the fact that this was the reason why we all felt about it, but the game was so successful that it was competing with Fortnite. And then if we fast forward a year later, the game started to have its downfall. Hackers were taking over, everybody was crying about no anti-cheat, they wanted a new map, yada yada yada. So Call of Duty thought that the solution to this was to make a new map, which also heavily failed. And then if we fast forward another year later, Call of Duty was still in the same position. They kept implementing new features, they implemented new maps, and the fan base was still not happy. They wanted the old map back, but they just wanted the hackers to be gone. So Call of Duty said, hey, we got a solution to everything. We're gonna go ahead and make a new game. We're gonna call it Warzone 2.0. You're not gonna get your old map back, but you're gonna restart from the beginning. And here we are in 2024. And just a couple months ago is once again they announced another Warzone coming out that will have the old map back, and they brought back some of the new features. But the point is that every single solution they introduced and they thought that was gonna work, it didn't. The reason why many players, including myself, stopped playing is because one, they introduced the fact that a new Warzone was coming out, and we realized that we were not going to have all our progression from the first game transferred over to the next game. Everyone was pretty upset. I mean, just think about it. So much money and time spent into this game just gone like that. And that's not even the worst part. What is the worst part is that this new Warzone 2.0 that was introduced to us, this new game that was supposed to be the solution to all of our problems, somehow felt behind, and it felt like it should have been released before the initial original Warzone. Now, if we take that history and tie it here into GTA 5, potentially that is the same thing that can happen. I mean, this is Rockstar at the end of the day, and they actually do listen to their community, so I don't think that's most likely. But what happens if GTA 6 Online doesn't meet our expectations? And on top of that, if you decide to fully shut down the previous GTA 5 Online, just like how they did with the original Warzone, you can't even play it anymore. Now you definitely don't have access to everything that you worked for and spent for over the last few years. And the time difference here is huge. I mean, we're talking about a 10-year gap compared to a 2-year gap. So what happens if Rockstar decides to not go that route and they decide to just expand on the GTA Online universe? People are going to be so disappointed because there is no new experience being added to the GTA Online experience. Your progress isn't being reset. You're just pretty much transferring over everything. And let's just say somehow, I don't know if this is ever going to be possible, but they decide to make it where you can go back and forth between the both servers. So one side will be the GTA 5 server and one side will be the GTA 6 server, and there's cross progression between the both. You already have everything, so what are you experiencing really other than just a new map and new features? You can experience the same exact things at a much higher frame rate and experience more rendering in the world if you just play offline. So from a business perspective, it would not be a smart move for them to go down this route. So what's the solution to all of this? How can we get GTA 6 Online to be its own title and own experience without having to worry about the fact that GTA 5 Online is going to hinder that? One thing I forgot to mention is that recently for the next gen consoles, GTA Online has received its own standalone title. And because of this brings even more fear to the fact that we won't be getting a separate GTA 6 Online experience, to which TGG goes more in depth about in this video right here, where he talks about the problems that we are facing with GTA 6 Online. He makes some pretty good points in there as well, so definitely give it a watch if you haven't already. But getting back into the solution, it's pretty simple. I think the servers for GTA 5 Online should stay, but no longer receive any updates. I mean, just take a look at the online for GTA 4, for example. Till this day, it's still active, and even though there wasn't much content to purchase on it, it still justifies the same feeling players would go through with the removal of GTA 5 Online. The player base still has an option to go ahead and revisit the original GTA Online for old time's sake or whatever the reason, and at the end of the day, I don't think Rockstar will really have anything to fear with splitting the player base or not making enough money for GTA 6 Online, because most of us are ready to move on. And with the reveal trailer that just came out, breaking records, and more trailers to come in the future, people are already amazed at what has been seen, and honestly, it's very tough to think about what else can they add that is going to feel new in this game. But somehow they always prove us wrong and show us that yes, there still can be new things coming to the game. So hey, if it means that GTA 6 is going to be releasing in 2025 or 2026, I do not care, as long as they develop a game that is far better and far more advanced from GTA 5. Doing this will guarantee the success of GTA 6 Online, or whatever it's going to be called, and that way you won't have to worry about shutting down GTA 5 Online and a lot of people missing out on their investments and all of it just going to waste. This is the biggest problem that Call of Duty was facing and why the Warzone series was such a fail. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Maybe there's a point that you have that you want to share with everybody that hasn't been said yet. But hey, we're potentially 1 year closer to the release of GTA 6, so smash that subscribe button if you guys want to see some more GTA content. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.